What is going on, everybody? The Mighty Soundwave here, and I have a game for you today where I play World at War, and I go 37 and 17, I think. I'm not exactly sure what the ending score was, but I'm just about guaranteed you're going to find out if you stick with me until the end. I use the Thompson with drum mag, and you've seen me use this gun on this game before. That is just because it owns. Looks like I'm the only one capturing C right here, but this is not a live commentary. What I wanted to talk to you guys what I want to tell you guys today was about my first time getting in trouble with the cops, and this is going to be a good story, so I think you guys should stick in for this. So basically, I met a friend one time when I was in 6th grade. I'm just going to call him Nicholas because we'll just call him Nick. And basically what happened was we met each other in reading class. We became very good friends. He had lived in my neighborhood, and then he moved to a couple towns away, and we hung out for a while, but now he doesn't talk to me anymore. He basically ditched me, which is kind of a douche move when you just kind of ignore people. It's just very uncalled for, but that definitely happened. But when we were good friends, when he one time I went over to his house for a weekend, and oh yeah, before I get into this story, I had to pick a longer type of game. So this video is gonna be 8 minutes and 50 seconds ish long. So I had to choose a long game for a good story, so I could give you guys a bunch of details. So basically, what happened was there's a mall by him, and one time I was visiting at his house one weekend, and every Saturday night I'd go to, since we lived a couple towns over, and it's like an hour traveling distance. So he'd come to my house one time, we'd trade off, I'd go to his. So it was my turn to go to his, and we got there, and we decided on Saturday we go to his mall. Like my mom will give me like $30 or something, and we'll just go to the mall, get some food, and buy things if we want, go to the candy store. So we went to a candy store, and I love the candy store there. I don't get to go to many candy stores in my life, and that was a good one. So basically, what happened was we went to the mall. I think this might have been the time where we ate. We went and we got. No, we actually thought about it, or we actually did do it. We got Five Guys burgers and fries, and we went and ate inside Moe's. Oh, I think we talked about doing that, but we didn't. But what happened was, we went through a bunch of stores. We ate. We had Cold Stone, our favorite restaurant, and after a while, we went to this place called what's it called? I forget what it's called. It's a place that has wine, and it's got books and all that stuff. If I can think of the place on what it's called, I think it's called Market or something, like Book Market, or I'm not exactly sure, but it's a store. It's a unique store. It's got a bunch of wine and all that stuff. And before we had gone to the mall, we had planned on taking markers and going drawing on a wall on purpose, just to be fun, just because we're kids, we're rebels. It's what we felt like doing. So we packed a bunch of markers with us. It became that time of the night where I'm like, dude, I got to take a poop. We got to go. So I'm like, all right. So we went to this place, the place that you'll hear about in a minute. Had all the wine. We asked the guy, hey, can you tell us where the bathrooms are? So we went in the bathroom. I took a poop. I took a really long poop. I went in the boys' bathroom. My friend went in the girls' because there was only two. So I drew all over the wall. I wrote every nasty thing possible. I wrote numbers. I was a real rebel. I wrote vagina, spelled it wrong because I'm like that. I didn't know how to spell it for whatever reason. So all this stuff was written on the wall, butt cheeks, and I drew boobs and wieners. If you go and you look on a wall and someone vandalism, I did that. I totally, I wrote all over the walls. So I get done, and me and my friend leave, and so what happens? We're going down the parking lot. We're a little nervous, and then we hear a guy, "Hey guys!" And I'm like, "Oh, crap." So I turn around, and there's the guy chasing us. He's like, "Hey, there's some markers on the wall, and it says vagina and a bunch of nasty stuff. Do you guys know anything about that?" And I was like, no, I'm not sure what you're talking about." He's like, "Are you sure? Because I can call security, and I can get you guys in trouble or whatever." I'm like, all right. I drew on the wall. Yes, I drew everything. He's like, okay. I'll make you a deal. This guy was a cock, dude. He was a douchebag in the end of all this. He's like, all right, I'll make you a deal. If you go in the bathrooms and you clean up everything, then I'll just let you go for free. So we get in there. I scrubbed probably 45 minutes. Got this stuff on my hand. Got me all sticky. It sucked really bad cleaning the walls. I didn't even get the right cleaning equipment. Scrubbed and scrubbed. Nothing came off. But eventually we got some kind of cleaning substance, and we eventually cleaned it all off. And that sucked. And then we get done. We're like, all right, we're done. Can we go now? He's like, oh, so guys, yeah, unfortunately, my boss tells me I have to call the cops anyway. So I'm like, oh, really? You know, you made a deal with us that if we cleaned it, you would just let us go. But no, you decided to, just call the cops and get us in trouble. And he called his boss. So the boss comes. It's like, so why'd you come draw on our walls? And I'm like, I don't know. I felt like it to be fun. He's like, yeah. So what's something that you love a lot? I'm like, my PS3. So he's like, what if someone came on your PS3 and drew all over it? Would you like that? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. So the cops showed up, and they got all my information, all that stuff, and I tried being the most respectful as I could, because I was at my friend's house, me getting in trouble. So it would have been really awkward if I had to get arrested at my friend's house. It would have been very interesting. So the cops asked me for my information. I was really respectful, and I offered him. It's like I had a bag of candy, and I offered him like, hey, if you let me go, I'll give you my candy that I got at the candy store. So they laughed at that, and it's like, man, I'm not gonna get arrested, am I? I asked him, if I can speak today. I asked him, I'm not gonna get arrested, am I? And he's like, I'm not too sure yet. And I'm like, man, I'll give you my candy. And he just kind of laughed. So that was that part. And then my buddy Nicholas, his dad shows up, and he's just like, Joey, man, what did you do? And I'm like, I don't know, man. So I got in trouble by the cops, and I got taken home, and that was definitely a experience. So I called my parents, and I told my sister about it, and I didn't even get in trouble by my parents. That's how much it rules. But that's basically that story happened, and now I know, never draw on walls. Oh, and one other thing, they also had told us that you do realize that if we found, well, I forget exactly what they said. I gotta do like my flashbacks or something like that. They asked us to draw on any other bathroom walls, and we didn't. I know I did not. We didn't draw on any other bathroom walls, and we said no, sir, we didn't. And they said, okay, if we hear any other reports of you drawing on bathroom walls, like if we hear any reports of vandalized bathrooms, you guys are going to be getting in trouble for it, even if you didn't do it. And I'm like, well, let's hope we didn't do it. So I thought that was pretty crappy that you could get in trouble for something you didn't do, but that definitely happened. And that was a story, and I definitely learned my lesson from that experience, and I hope to never come across going into a bathroom and drawing on walls again. Never going to do it because it's bad. So, well, that was my story of me getting in trouble with the cops. I'm almost positive that was my first time. And, yeah, I'm going to be wrapping things up here. I'm going to be getting my final kill right here. I get a lot of kills, and it's about to end. Yep, that's just about it right here. We're wrapping things up. I am TheMightySoundwave, and that was my story of when I got in trouble with the cops. Everybody have a nice day.